Hello, everybody. I want to talk about something I call the better road to travel. I find that as we go through life, we should have some theories, parables, and quotes that we can rely upon to give life direction. There are several quotes that I have found particularly instructive and constructive to my life, and it allows me to embark on a better and more meaningful path to the future. There's 5. There's certainly more, but these are the 5 that I think are quite interesting and certainly make for a very well-rounded and meaningful conversation. First, Margaret Thatcher, obviously one of my favorite people ever. I saw her give a speech some years before she died, and it was one of the most compelling speeches I ever heard. Anyway, she once said, "If it's 1 against 48, I feel sorry for the 48, which means if you're going against her, she feels sorry for you, no matter how many is against you." She also said, and I'm paraphrasing this quote, "If my critics saw me walking across the water, they would say it was because I couldn't swim." What she's saying is that no matter what great she does, there will always be somebody who criticizes you. Both talk about courage and a near absence of what other people think. Following your path in life, not being deterred by what others think, that's a sure way to accomplish something of significance in your time in this earth. Second quote, one of my favorite from Muhammad Ali. Probably my favorite quote of his ever. And he has a museum in Louisville. I went to that several years ago. Very interesting. He said, "The man who views the world the same at 50 as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life." What he means is that the accumulation of knowledge changes our perspective in life. You may be against something at 20 and for the same thing at 50. And it doesn't mean that you're inconsistent or wobbly. Instead, it means that your mind is open to new and relevant information, and that information can have a bearing on what you believe and who you are. Seek to expand your mind and experiences, and the end result is that you may think better, and of course be better, than you were many years ago. Third is from noted author and motivational speaker Charlie Jones, who said, "You're the same today as you will be in 5 years, except for 2 things, the people you meet and the books you read." What he means is if you want to be a better person, read good books and be around good people. I've always loved that statement. It's great for children as well, and kids, adolescents, teenagers. It's a great lesson that if you follow goodness, you have a great chance of being good yourself. Fourth is a great statement from former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who believed that, it's a great quote, "An appeaser is one who feeds the crocodile hoping he will get eaten last." That means that you give up and betray all of what you believe and give in to other people, hoping to be the last person standing. And Mr. Churchill is saying that's a terrible place to be. Never be an appeaser, because eventually you will lose as well. So stand up for what's right, stand up for what's unpopular, and stand up for something that sometimes is unsafe but the right thing to do. It may cost you in the long term, but you'll be rewarded. Cost you in the short term, but you'll be rewarded in the long term. And finally is an interesting quote from Confucius, who believed that silence is a friend that will never betray you. It sounds odd from a quote of Confucius, but what's important is that you must take the time to assess a situation, and then you have to determine if it's a hill. Is now the right time to stand? And it's an outstanding lesson that you don't have to say something in every instance that you're at. Choose wisely. And that's what I learned most about that quote. Choose wisely. And when you make a statement, make sure that you know the statement that you're going to make, and make sure that you know the implications of the consequences of the statement you are making. With that, I hope you create your own philosophies that will at times give you the wisdom and guidance to be better today than you were yesterday, and to surely enjoy the journey as you travel that path. Enjoy the day, everybody.